That one. That one. Alright, both recording. Now you'll see where we're at and stuff. Alright, now we go to checklist. It's going to be in my documents here. Alright, pre-flight is complete. Passenger brief. Ready for your passenger brief?
Go for it.
Alright. I have a whole passenger brief. I write them specifically for each passenger. Timmy, welcome aboard the fastest aircraft on Earth. As long as you measure speed emotionally, you're about to fly in a 1975 Cessna 172 Mike model, powered by 150 raging stallions and one deeply committed pilot, me, Stephen Killinger, known to FAA examiners, air traffic controllers, and birds who've seen things as the aviation god. This plane is so elite F-15s can't keep up, because if they tried to fly slow, they'd stall. Seat belts. Buckle up low and tie across your hips like it's the only thing separating you from the FAA, the NTSB, and a GoPro highlight roll. Doors. You have a door to your right. Don't touch it. If it opens mid-flight, you've offended the airplane. Say something nice to her and we'll pretend it didn't happen.
10-4.
Emergency procedures. If something goes wrong, stay calm and watch what I do. I've trained for this. I've practiced this. I once landed in a crosswind so nasty the wind apologized. You just sit there, be handsome, prepare to tell rescue crews how impressive I was. Fire extinguishers. Yes, we have one. No, you may not use it to chill your red bill. If there's a fire, I'll handle it with steely nerves and jawline chiseled by meteorology. No smoking. Absolutely no smoking. Not just because of the FAA regs, but because the fuel is literally above your head. High wing aircraft, baby. We're flying with tanks over our heads like daredevils with a death wish. One spark and we're a 4th of July tribute to a bad decision. Exit. 2 doors. Your exit when I say so, not before. This is not Southwest commercial. About your pilot. Timmy, you are flying with a once-in-a-lifetime aerodynamic specimen. I am not just a pilot, I am an aviation god. I am the wind's chosen one. I don't land on runways, I grace them with my presence. Birds tweet about me on their social media. Now, I know you had options. My twin brother's a pilot, too. He flies helicopters. I fly airplanes. You chose the right Killinger. Good decision. Because flying with him is like tap dancing a weed whacker. Flying with me, it's glory.
Fucking Steve.
Today you will experience what it's like to kiss the sky in a chariot powered by righteous fury in a 1970s engineering. You're not flying with a pilot, you're flying with destiny. So relax, enjoy the view, and prepare to witness the kind of aviation that makes angels put their clipboards down and say, damn. And remember, Killingers don't crash.
Love it, dude. That's awesome.
That's what you get with me.
So do you have to do that every time? Like,
yeah, I mean, you know, there's more official ones, but
dude, I love it. That's awesome.
You know, so here's our rudders and our brakes. So basically, I like to tell people that fly with me, don't touch them unless I tell you to. So just keep your feet flat on the floor. I'll let you fly it, but all right, safety brief is complete. It's actually a FAA mandatory thing. Yeah. Seat and seat belts, jugs unlocked. Circuit breakers are in. Check all circuit breakers. Electrical switch is off. Ignition switch is off. Alternate static source is off. Fuel selector is on both. Carb key is cold. Master switch on. Beacon anti-collision light. Turn these all off, so we don't need them. Position lights on, cold engine. This is 3 strokes. That's good. Full mixture. Alright. Can I get a clear prop? Also required. Go. Hard starting. It's cold.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Say something, Timmy.
Hello, hello.
All right, we're good.
Nice. So do you have the brake on right now?
Yeah.
As we're,
Yeah, the emergency brake. I can
Oh,
let go of these brakes. So I'm just getting the engine warmed up because it's first
Right.
flight of the day. Want that oil nice and warm before we take off.
right.
All right. Mixture, we're going to lean it a little bit for taxi because we're at high altitude here. We're just going to put it right there. Keep that mic close to your mouth so we can hear each other because these things, they're kind of sensitive. All right. All right. Sit on, radio master on, comms. We're going to do the ATIS. I don't know why he has that. Got it right here, though. 9275. Four.
Automated weather observation 1418 Zulu. Wind 210 at 03. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 12 Celsius. Dew point -05 Celsius. Altimeter 3010. Remark. Density altitude 5,800. Okay.
5,800. All right.
So that's basically like the, I guess.
I'm listening for the winds, the density, altitude. Density,
Okay.
altitude's not going to be so much of a factor. This. Flaps are up. Line this to the compass. Reset. That. And we are ready to go. Move run up.
Yes.
Emergency brakes are lean. All right. Okay, I got to make a radio call.
All right.
Elko traffic, Skyhawk 172 Whiskey Echo to hangars, taxi and a run up runway 24 Elko. We have a through here of the Stratus. That'll give us traffic off the side. So you steer this on the ground with your feet.
Gotcha.
Top
Great.
is the brakes, bottom is the rudders.
Wild.
Ain't nothing but a thing, Timmy. Don't worry, I got over 100 hours in the thing now.
I believe you. I believe you.
It'll be a nice, smooth day. We're the only ones out here. Like,
Love it. Beautiful day to fly.
do our run up right here. All right, run up, mixture full forward, drop to 1800. Magnetos. Left, got a drop. Right, we got a drop. That at 1800. Got suction gauge and our instruments are in the green. Oil pressure. Yeah, oil temps coming up. Come up more. Carb heat on. Throttle to idle. Carb heat off. Okay, one more time here. Yeah, we're good. All right, mixture for RPM rise. What I'm gonna do here, because we're hot, dude. Gonna wait till it all starts dying here. Make sure we're good here. All right, I like that setting. All right. Pre-takeoff brief. Engine failure or error abnormality during takeoff roll. The action will be close throttle immediately, stop straight ahead, and avoid obstacles if they remain insufficient. Mixture cut off, fuel selector rotate to off, battery master switch off, ignition off, and avoid obstacles. Engine failure immediately after takeoff. Land on the remaining runway within 30 degrees of the center line. Do not attempt a 180-degree turn. Average best glide speed. Sorry, adjusted my volume here. Use available power as possible to clear an emergency if time permits. Emergency shutdown procedure, mixture cut off, fuel selector rotate off, ignition off, battery master off. Flight controls. Sure they're free and correct. All right. Flight controls free and correct. Flight instruments are set. Autopilot. Turn you off. Fuel gauge quantity is good. Fuel selectors on both. Trim set to takeoff. Here's our trim heading indicator set. And our departure brief. We're going to Battle Mountain. Going straight out. We're going to do a pretty cool takeoff. We're not going to do a normal takeoff. We're going to get off the ground, kind of stay low, build up some speed, and then we're going to shoot up. Fun. It's still normal, but more fun than just climbing out.
Right.
All right. You ready to go?
Let's do it, buddy.
All right. Do you want to use this at all? I'll turn it on. You just hold it, press record. You'll get all this footage later. Okay. We already got 2 cameras going, but if you want, here, do something with it so I'm not holding it. All right, here we go. Make sure we're in the green on the oil temp. We are. Elko traffic, Skyhawk 172 Whiskey Echo, departing runway 24 for straight out departure. Elko. Make sure we don't see any dots in the sky. Haven't hurt anyone. Don't see anyone.
So is that pretty normal as far as them not like communicating back to you, or?
No, they usually do. There's nobody out here right now. I know that. I could tell. Even though it's like a perfect day for flying.
Right.
All right, here we go, buddy.
Do it, Steve.
Gonna rotate at 65.
Oh my gosh.
We're flying, baby. Welcome to the sky.
Yes.
Let's stay low, build up some speed here.
Oh my God.
And we're going up.
Oh, give me butterflies. I love it. Hell yeah, Steve.
Climb out at 80. Airspeed's alive. Engine instruments are still in the green.
This is freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Elko
Why you
traffic
love
upper
doing
operations
this so
vehicle
much,
proceeding
man.
under runway 624 at Alpha 1, area traffic. Please advise Elko.
All right.
Go Gillinger. He'll find it.
So you heard those 7 clicks?
I did.
Yeah, somebody's either using an instrument approach or that was just airport operations testing out the lights. Pilot controlled lights. So you turn the lights on at night for the runway and everything.
Gotcha. So what are we at right now as far as elevation goes?
We're at 56,000 BPS.
Yeah.
So here
Oh,
it's pretty close to this too. So got it trimmed for 80.
So when you do this, do you have to stay on that route as far as?
No, I can go wherever I want.
Oh, okay.
So once you get above 3,000 feet AGL, there's altitude rules, hemispherical rule. So we're going west. So yeah, we're going west. So it'd have to be for a VFR flight even plus 500 feet. So I picked 8,500 feet.
Gotcha.
So that's MSL.
Definitely worth it, Steve. Definitely worth it.
Yeah. Some people are too scared, man. This thing will land it. I mean, I can get it with flaps down below 50 miles per hour.
Gotcha.
So if we had to land on one of these dirt roads down there at 50 miles per hour, we're going to walk away.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
it's doable.
And most people do.
Right.
It's like survivability rate of an off airport landing in a 172 is,
Pretty low.
well, the survivability rate's very high.
Right.
So we're going kind of slow right now because we're climbing out. I got it right at 80. That's our VY speed. It's our best rate of climb. Traffic, 3 o'clock, 100 feet below. I don't see that.
What are you looking at?
Oh, I just had like a traffic alert come up, but there's nobody down there.
Oh,
That was weird. Anyway, they're always kind of scanning for traffic.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But this thing right here, that's pretty good. Tells me where traffic's at. But you'll see like this guy right here. Oh, are those? He's American Airlines. He's at 34,000 feet, or that's Alaska Airlines. So
That's so nice to
Yeah.
have. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Shows you all that. Is that like an app that you have?
it's just 4 flights. Yeah, it's an app. Pay a yearly subscription. It's what the
Gotcha.
airlines use. Everyone uses it.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's pretty handy.
Nope.
There's where we work, dude. Oh, shithole.
Elko traffic, airport operations vehicles clear runway 624 on Alpha Taxi Elko.
That's just the airport operations guy in the pickup down there
Oh, okay.
working on things.
So what are you doing next? Are you doing your instrument?
Yeah, I'm working on my instrument right now. So
And that means that you can like land in like bigger airports or?
I bet you can fly in the clouds. You can go into Class A
Oh.
airspace, which is above 18,000 feet MSL. You can do different approaches to airports. If it's cloudy out and you can't see, you can get lined up on the runway basically. If there's minimums and all kinds of things.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Something that makes you a better pilot too. I mean, I
Right.
don't have to get it, but if I want to become a CFI, which I'm going to, if I want to do this as a living one day, as I'm going to, then you need to. You
Right.
should. Well, it's actually required for all that, but. Yeah, if you want a little
Is
air,
that
just
the-
pull that out a little bit.
Oh yeah.
There's your air conditioning. It's nice
that's-
and cool up here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So we'll go up another 1,000 feet so we can get over Mary's Mountain there. That's in front of us. Really nice, smooth day. This is smooth air, man.
I
look.
can imagine like flying in the wind.
Oh, I do. Well, the wind's not bad. It's when it's the heat of the summer and you have all the thermals coming up off the ground. It just bumps you around.
Gotcha.
So, and it's fine. You can handle it. It's uncomfortable, but
Just beats you up type deal.
yeah. And it's considered light turbulence, and this thing handles that just fine.
Gotcha.
So, like when I originally did my cross country here to Battle Mountain and back on my way back, it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon and it was hot. And I was just getting thrown around all over the place because I also didn't have anyone else with me.
Right.
The plane's lighter, it bounces around more. So the heavier the plane is, the less it bounces around.
Not as bad.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So yeah, here's our altimeter. Here's our airspeed. Airspeed's the most important thing.
So what are we traveling at? 80.
80. So we should be climbing out about 80 miles per hour. So this is in miles per hour. So our ground speed is 70 knots, which is basically 80 miles per hour.
Gotcha.
So we're going over the ground right now. But once we trim out for cruise at 8,500, we'll get a little faster. You'll see.
So how fast are we climbing right now?
So our feet per minute's right here. So we're only at about 200 feet per minute right now.
Gotcha.
That's pretty low. This thing's 150 horse, kind of low horsepower.
right.
So, and our density altitude is up over 5,000. So if we lived in Florida, we're flying at sea level, or California or somewhere at sea level, this thing would operate much more power.
Sure.
So
yeah,
the
yeah.
higher you get, higher density altitude, less air in the air,
Right.
basically.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So Garland.
yeah. Usually about Carlin is where I top out at 8,500. The good thing in the afternoon with the thermals, it'll help you climb. So
So are you still going to Utah to do your instruments then? Is that where you're doing it?
yeah, that's where I'll be doing that.
So you just do that airport?
Yeah. Be West Jordan, I think it's what it's called. What is it over there? South Jordan, West Jordan?
Yeah, West Jordan. I
yeah,
believe.
West Jordan. Where I'll be doing it out of there.
Gotcha.
Staying with Patch when I do it. Probably
Right.
just a couple days a week on our days off. So right now I'm doing the ground school portion of it. There, you want to hold it level? Just keep it at 80. I just got to readjust this. So I can see my
You're fucking scaring me.
airspeed. Oh, you're good, dude. It's fine, trust me.
I'm flying.
Actually gonna take this off. I'm gonna go with something else here. Yeah, just keep that airspeed at 80 and we'll be good.
All right, buddy. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just holding it.
Well, it's easy.
I feel like we're drifting off to the left.
Well, you can steer to the right. We are drifting off to the left. Hold on, I almost got it. Oh, wrong one.
All right.
Ah,
Kind of going to the right. This is Coach.
yeah, you're good, dude. Just keep that thing at 80. So we're at 8,500. We're going to level off here pretty soon. I'll let you just keep climbing there for a minute.
Oh my God, Steve.
Yeah, flying's easy, right? Nothing to freak out about or anything. Ah.
Hell yeah. I tell my kids I've flown today.
Yeah. Let you fly more once we get on cruise if you want. All right, my controls.
Okay.
So we're at 8,500, so I'm going to throttle back a little bit. Trim down. We're going to get a little faster here. There's where we work, Timmy.
Yeah. Good old gold quarry. Hell yeah.
Yeah, when I fly by myself, I'm usually jamming out to music in my headset.
Where old Steve and I work. Gold quarry pit.
Yeah. Make all our monies. We're going to clear that mountain about 800 feet above it.
Holy cow.
So that'll be cool. You might get a little bumpy over that. A really calm morning, so I don't really expect too much.
So how's that work as far as like flying over certain areas? You don't have to get permission or anything like that, or it doesn't really matter, or it just depends on.
So, in an uncongested area, you can get as low as you want. The regulation just says you have to be high enough to be able to perform an emergency landing if you need to.
Gotcha.
So if we're like flying over like these haul trucks and shit, supposed to
Right.
stay 500 feet away from them. In a populated area, like when we fly over Spring Creek, we have to be a minimum of 1,000 feet above. So like when we fly over your house, we're probably going to be about 1,200 feet above the ground.
Gotcha. Freaking awesome, dude.
I always like to think, hey, where am I going to land if my engine goes out?
Right.
Well-
That's good.
Right here, we'd probably land somewhere in the mine on one of the haul roads.
Right.
It's always good to think about, though, a single engine airplane. Not that it's ever going to happen, but you always got to be prepared. You know what I mean?
Right. How big of an area are you thinking as far as like a runway?
This thing will land in like 1,500 feet. It'll land less than that, actually. I'd have to look at the specs, but that's if I'm clearing a 50-foot obstacle, I guess. So I think it's, I don't know, landing distance on this thing, it's pretty short.
Huh.
I feel a little bit of bumps. That's the heat coming off the ground.
You can kind of feel it.
Just minimal. We're going to get more as we fly over these hills right here. I'm just going to cut that corner. I don't have to follow my flight plan at all. So see, I got it trimmed out like this, so the nose isn't too far up, too far down,
Uh-huh.
and it pretty much can fly itself. And I can sit here and steer with my feet if I want to,
Oh, okay.
and watch my altitude. Just slowly adjust the trim to where it holds altitude, especially on a smooth day. So you could pretty much just set it. So you barely have to do anything.
That makes it nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Mary's Mountain.
Yeah. So you feel a little bit of it. It's a little bit of the wind, what it does around these hills and stuff, but it's also the thermals. We're closer to the ground, so the heat's coming up.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to bump us around a little bit.
That's not bad though.
Now, this isn't bad at all. It's early morning. In the afternoon, you'd be like, ugh,
Oh shit.
a little bit.
Holy cow, Steve.
Pretty cool, huh?
Freaking awesome.
See, I have my glide. So this will tell me where I can glide to if my engine's out, basically.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't think I have it on that. I might on that one. I'm not sure. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I don't really have that one set up. I don't use it a lot. I have this one. Nice kneeboard. The only reason I moved it off the window right here is because I couldn't see all my airspeed.
Oh, gotcha.
So I could see enough of it, but it bugged me. So I put it down here. So I'm always looking at my ammeter. I'm always looking at my oil pressure. Always looking at my oil temp, making sure everything's staying in the green.
Right.
It's always good to glance over that.
Got a little farming down there. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they got pivots down there. It's crazy. For it's just food for the cows.
Right.
Roller 11 at 23,000 feet. Crossing over us on our left, somewhere up here. Probably won't see him this morning.
That's the power plant, isn't it? The T.
Yeah, TS power plant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What made you want to do this? Is your brother or?
No, dude, I flew before he did. We've been into, dude, we used
Like
to
when
like
you were a
make
kid?
forts and we made airplanes. And
God.
all we did was make believe airplanes. We were only into airplanes. We loved airplanes. We went to air shows, went to air museums. We've always been into it, right? We're nerds about that.
That's cool.
So
though.
I've always said I was going to do it. And
Right.
my brother's like, hey, I want to buy a plane. Like, I do too. He's like, well, you got to get your license. Like, yeah, I want to get it. Then I looked into it. I'm like, why am I not doing this as a living?
Right.
It's something I can do now.
Oh yeah.
So that's kind of what, it's my 10-year plan. Like, I like where I work. I like what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
So
It's easy
I'm
money,
I'm not in a huge hurry. But maybe when I'm in my late 40s, I might want to switch careers to something
Right.
nicer. So 10-year plan, you know.
I like it.
And I like just doing this. And me and my brother, we're going to fly a similar plane to this, and we're going to train people ourselves. That's a good way to get your flight hours.
Gotcha.
My goal right now is to get my certified flight instructor so I can instruct people.
Nice.
So-
Right out of Elko, yeah.
Yeah, I want to do it in this plane for a while if they need it, if they let me. You know, it'll be part-time kind of deal. So if I have my own plane, I tell people all the time, like, my instruction fee, it'll be free. You got to pay for the plane,
Right.
whatever the gas cost, and a little bit more. But if you want to learn to fly, I'll be the cheapest way to do it
Right.
for
right.
my friends.
Yeah.
If I train out of here in Elko, they're going to make me charge full
Right.
because it's not my plane. But or you just go up with me enough, you're going to learn anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? So right here, if I had to make an emergency landing, I'm probably going towards the freeway.
The
Right.
interstate, huh?
Yeah. Or I'll take one of these roads to the power plant. I see power lines down there, though. Power lines are a death sentence for airplanes.
For sure.
So you don't want to get close to power lines. A lot of times it's better just to land in a field. Not to scare you, Timmy. It's just something you
Oh,
always got to think about.
No, I get it. Got some pivots down there.
Yeah, we're cruising about 110 miles per hour over the ground right.
It's the old TS power plant. What powers Nevada gold mines.
Which is to 119.45. You're going to 2.8. That's our Battle Mountain frequencies.
Okay.
Look at K-BAM. 119.45. We're not picking up anything right now.
I'm assuming it's pretty slow there too, yeah?
Yeah, I don't see anyone there. They have a fire base there, but I haven't seen any activity. Solar.
That's what
Look
I
at all
was
the
thinking.
solar, man.
Yeah, solar.
Owned by our company. Crazy, huh? Where we get our, that's what powers our shovel.
Right, yeah.
Huh. There we got this nice frontage road that runs along the freeway. It'd be a good place to land. What do you think, Tim? Scary at all?
It is not scary.
No, it's not, is it?
I love it. Absolutely love it.
Crazy, huh? I love this shit. What I live for.
How long did it take you to do everything then? It's a
Uh,
process, man. It seems like.
So it should have taken like 4 months.
Oh, that's it?
Should have. At minimum. I was ready in about 5 months to take my test. Took a total of 11 because I had to sit there and wait for an examiner
Right.
forever. I was flying that whole time.
Because you were going to do it here in Elko, right?
Yeah.
That instructor.
Yeah. My flight instructor quit answering my text calls. But I'm glad I went to Twin because I got a lot of crosswind experience. There's not a lot of wind here in Elko in the summertime or anything. I went to Twin and it gets windy, really windy there.
Oh, gotcha.
So I learned how to land in really windy conditions, which is a very valuable skill.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, and I'm very glad I went there because of that.
Battle Mountain Airport. Automated weather observation. 1450 Zulu. Weather. Wind. Calm. Visibility. 10.
Clear.
Below 12,000. Temperature 20 Celsius. Dew point -3. Altimeter 300 feet. Remark. Density altitude 6,100.
There we go.
Was that just basically like the weather type deal or?
Yeah, 6,100. This is our altimeter setting, what the local pressure setting is, and it just more accurate altitude.
Yeah.
So I know what altitude I'm flying at. So, and we're on 122.8, which is the frequency that we talk on. This is a Class Echo airport, which means it's controlled. There's no reason for Battle Mountain to be controlled like that to the surface. There's no, it's non-towered, so it's just like flying in Elko. You just make your own radio calls.
Gotcha. So could you land this in, well, I'm sure you could in case of an emergency, but you just can't fly this into like an international airport, can
Yeah, I
you?
totally can. Totally
Oh, you
legal.
can?
Better know what you're doing.
Yeah. Dude, that'd be kind of nerve-wracking.
It's
all-
very busy.
Yeah,
You gotta
that's-
really know your radios.
Uh-huh.
So you gotta really pay attention. So it's good to go with somebody that kind of knows what they're doing too, because sometimes they can handle the radios or the flying while you're handling the radios
Right.
when you're flying into something like that. So
Just knowing what like airstrip to take or whatever.
yeah, they'll tell you everything, but you better know what they're telling you and you better comply.
Right.
So, and if you don't understand something, and they could get angry if you don't.
Sure.
You need to talk to them and they need to talk to you. They're there to help you.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but you should also be very prepared before you do something like that.
Right.
But I honestly feel comfortable flying into any airspace. long as I prepare beforehand. So it's not really an issue for me.
So when you go to land, you have to do like a call each time you land, or
Oh, here?
yeah.
Yeah. I'll give them a, so I got my, when I'm 10 miles out, I'll give them a call. I'll just give a call that I'm 10 miles out and bound for straight in runway 22. What I'll tell them. So if there's planes flying around here, I would enter the traffic pattern, which there's a specific way to do that, where you make your, basically a rectangle, and there's a certain way you have to enter it.
Gotcha.
There's nobody really flying this morning, so I'm just going to go straight in.
Gotcha. Yeah, it makes it easy.
Yeah. And we're about 12, 15 miles right now. It looks like 14 miles from Battlemouth. You can see I'm kind of cutting the corners.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll make the 10-mile call.
So you don't have to refuel in Battle Mountain, do you?
Don't have to what?
Refuel?
No. We're going to land, taxi back. I'll set my mixture again just because I like to do that. And then we'll take off.
Nice.
That's it. Don't be scared when I land. You're going to think the ground's coming too fast. It's not. I know what I'm doing.
All right, buddy. I trust you.
Some people get scared like that. So we're going to start descending a little bit and pull it in some carb heat. About 10 miles out. Battlemount traffic, Skyhawk 172, Whiskey Echo, 10 miles to the east, inbound straight in, runway 22, Battlemount. That's how you make that call.
Nice, Steve.
So about 500 feet per minute, that's a pretty comfortable descent. You can see I'm not really touching anything. I'm just working my power. So
You just slow the speed down, we'll start slowly dropping type deal?
yeah, we're dropping right now. So we're about 600. So I can, we're dropping pretty fast, which is fine.
So how do you know when to usually 10 miles out type deal? That's when you want to start.
That's when I first make my call. I'll make more calls. I'll make a 5-mile call kind of deal.
But as far as going to land, how do you know when to start slowing down type deal?
I mean, there's calculations you can make. I just kind of know.
Does a wing it type deal?
Well, I've flown this route before, so I knew right around in here is when you start
Gotcha.
descending from 8,500. So, yeah,
That's it right there, yeah?
I think so. Looking for the cross runway. Looks like it to me. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to have you land. How about that?
You're funny. Hell no.
So I got my carb heat in because we're out of the green on this, on our RPM gauges. That just keeps the ice from building up in the carburetor.
That's
So-
that one?
Yeah. This is taking the warmth from our exhaust. There's a shroud around it. It injects warm air. So it keeps the carburetor from freezing up. Battlemount traffic, Skyhawk 172 Whiskey Echoes on a 6-mile final, runway 22, Battlemouth.
Do you usually practice that at the house?
No, I mean, I've done it so much now, it doesn't really matter.
It's muscle memory.
Yeah. I've landed on this runway a few times. This is lovely Battle Mountain, Nevada. Got the Phoenix Mine up in those mountains over there.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I believe that's
well,
turquoise, isn't it? Turquoise Ridge?
I don't know. I don't even know where any of that's at. Probably. I've only been to Phoenix when I was doing that drill boss stuff. It's the only time I've really been. See, and this counts as a cross country. Once I land, do a full stop.
Nice.
Get closer to the ground, it gets a little bumpy. That's what heat waves. Thermals. Battle Mount traffic, Skyhawk 172 Whiskey Echo, 4-mile final from like 22 Battle Mount.
Blah, 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 blah.
Sound like a retard. Yeah, I'm gonna slow her down. Put in some flaps here. Get into the wide arc. Go 20 degrees here. That slows us down and lets us sink.
Oh, Steve and I are fixing to land on Battle Mountain.
Yeah, we'll land with 20 degrees of flaps. Yeah. We'll just keep this at. I like it. My rotor's going here. Touchdown at about 70 miles per hour. Battle Mount traffic, Skyhawk 172 Whiskey Echo, short final, runway 22, Battle Mount. Nice day, Timmy. Very nice day.
Beautiful out.
Plane taxiing right there. 75, runway is made.
Battle Mount
ground.
traffic, Cherokee Park, Cape Bravo, taxiing. To runway 04 via Bravo Echo, and then we'll back taxi to 4. Battle Mount.
That was beautiful.
Yeah,
Steve.
even bald eagles. Hear that nose shimmy? Even bald eagles salute me for that one. That was a good one.
That was beautiful, dude. Good landing, dude. Boo.
Feared Elko.
Oh, that was nice.
Dude, we can go to Delta and get out of your way.
No, they're fine. I can wait too.
You have somebody else coming in? Oh.
Nice, huh?
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. I'm gonna follow you.
Flight 1, 3. So the back taxi to 4. Battle Mount.
Entering 1-3, back taxi to 4, 172 Whiskey Echo. Battle Mount Drive. Let's see here.
Belmont traffic, then J23298 from the ramp. I'm going to be dropping to runway 13 in Saddle Mountain.
So are you going to take off to the east, or?
Yeah, we're going to take off back that way. Back toward where we're going. So you don't taxi in the center of the runway. So people know you're taxiing. They see you on the runway. Kind of do it offset.
God.
So if anyone's flying in, they know you're not like taking off or landing. If they see something on the runway, they know using it for taxi.
Traffic here. People like you both think of doing a run out of Delta 1. I'll be your for line. About
Hey, Cherokee, just careful you cut in front of you here. Stay on the runway.
go for it.
Pretty much do what you want here. Saddle Mountain traffic, Scott 172 Whiskey Echo is depart runway 04 Saddle Mountain. And we're on the go. We're fine with the mixture. Airspeed is alive. We're in the green. Engine instruments in the green. Looking for 65 here, Timmy.
All right.
$65. Rotate.
About traffic, check north of zero single lining up. Fan waiting and runway 04. Held up.
Oh. Hell yeah. We're going to climb out at 80.
About traffic, Cherokee 460, Bravo Tango, depart 804. Eastbound. Got about.
So my question is, why'd you cut him off type deal?
He had to do a run up.
Oh.
Gonna get out of his way here. And we're headed to Arturo.
Arturo.
I'm on trail, take that day, 23298, something short, runway 13, wait for traffic and clear. Hot drop.
I'm just getting out of that guy's way, kind of, too. He's a little faster than us. There's a
God.
Cherokee 180. Said he's eastbound for we.
Do you see him on yours?
Yeah. Same right here. I'm connected to the Stratus
Right.
on this airplane, actually. Where you're connected, I don't think you're connected to anything. I don't have the traffic on yours.
Yeah, I see.
But he'll be able to pass me on my right. We're going to stay here to the left. And just kind of fly along this mountain ridge over here. for the way back, we could get to 9,500. So what we're going to do, we're going to stay within 3,000 feet AGL. Just pick our own altitude kind of deal.
So your very first time landing, was it pretty nerve-wracking?
I mean, you got an instructor with you, and he's got his hands on the control too.
Sure.
So it's just like, I don't know. I've always felt good and safe
Pretty
doing it.
confident.
Yeah. I also, my first flying was in this kind of weather. It's nice and cold. So it makes everything a lot easier. So, I mean, you saw, that was a nice landing
Yeah.
that we had right there. Fairly feel that one. But that's also just pure God-given skill.
Shut up. Jesus Christ. That was smooth, dude. Pretty smooth.
It was center line. It was
Yeah, you're right in the middle.
the nice approach.
Why does like your ass in like go to left to right type deal?
So that's what you do with your rudder. So the wind could be adjusting it. And what you want to do, you want to line up your plane down the center because you don't want to land kind of sideways because then you're putting side load on your tires and stuff. And
right.
like windy conditions, that's pretty dangerous. So you get really good at putting that airplane straight down the runway. So I was just kind of playing with my rudders coming in a little bit.
Yeah.
Just getting a good feel for them.
Uh-huh.
So in case I needed them, that's all I was doing there.
Gotcha. But yeah, that was pretty good, Steve.
Yeah. Trim this out. So we're climbing at 80. I'm just staying clear of that guy again, too. He's headed toward Elko, it looks like.
He's just on our right side.
Yeah, he's behind us on our right. He's going about the same speed as us. He's 83 knots. We're 85. Well, there you go. Also, why I wanted to cut in front of him. We could have sat there and waited, but usually when you do a run up, it takes longer than what he took. That's what we did before we left.
Right. All the checks and all that.
Yeah. So it was like, let me cut in front of you.
Yeah,
Coulda.
I was wondering why he does like, why we weren't cutting from him?
So much for it. They take 290 to straight from the where appreciate though.
Were you able to hear what he said?
Yeah, that was the guy on the runway. He's taking off.
Oh, okay.
He's taking off on 1-3, which goes that way. That's this guy right here. So,
Dude, that
Taking
thing
off.
is so handy. Holy
Yeah.
cow.
not every plane has ADSB. Most planes do now. Because if you fly in certain airspaces, you have to have it.
Sure.
So, it's now lawfully, I think it should be required in every airplane, personally. I mean, it's never that busy around Elko or Battle Mountain. Sometimes it gets busy around Battle Mountain because of firefighting. They got a firefighter base there. But it's usually pretty chill around here, usually.
That makes it nice.
Yeah, and if you ever do want to fly in the afternoons, you can. It's never busy because nobody's wants to get bumped around so much.
Right.
Where in so here it's this plane at least, it struggles in the afternoon too. Like you don't want to fly it after 11 a.m. around here, really.
Huh.
You don't want to take off that after 11 a.m. You can still be flying. Just don't really want to. Takes forever to climb out and everything.
Gotcha.
Flight performance sucks. You're lucky to get like 100 feet per minute when we're doing that. Where you go to Twin Falls and it's only 1,000 feet lower, you can fly all day there. That's like
Really?
crazy. Yeah.
Huh.
Not to do all with density altitude. It still affects the performance, but this thing can handle Twin Falls all day just fine. So, and it's a lot more of a valley. This is Nevada desert. There's fountains and hills everywhere. So it's going to be a rougher ride for you. Unless we got up to like 10,000 feet, which we could. It gets smoother up there, you know. So, but when we're flying how we're flying, it can get bumpy. Just because but it helps with your lift. Like it'll push you up.
Huh. So the plane in Twin Falls is the same plane as this?
It's similar. It's got a 160 horse, November model, 1977. It's 20 more horsepower. I got a G5 in it, which is just a attitude indicator electronic like this one, but it's got more functions to it.
Gotcha.
So, but it's very similar to this.
Nice.
It's in knots, not miles per hour. So I always have to remember
Oh.
knots to miles per hour. Like if I tried to do this in knots, we'd stall and crash.
So it's pretty important for that.
Yeah.
Lucky for you, I'm the greatest pilot on earth.
Steven.
Aviation god.
I like how you wrote that up, though.
I write a new one for every passenger I take.
That's pretty clever.
That's cool landing and takeoff, though, huh?
Fuck yeah. That was awesome, dude. Yeah, I was kind of nervous landing. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. I trust you.
Yeah, it felt like the ground was coming too fast.
Yeah,
I saw you
yeah.
tense up there. So there's a thing called ground effect. When you get close to the ground, it kind of gives you this extra lift. So this plane catches the ground effect very well. So you kind of have to come in like that. If you don't, you'll end up ballooning or flying down the runway a long time before you can touch down.
Gotcha.
So, but I've got, I don't know, man. I've got over 200 landings just in this plane.
Really? That
Yeah.
many?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
So I kind of know what I'm doing.
Yeah, yeah. What do you plan on buying with your brother then? Something similar to this?
Yeah,
or-
something similar. So this is 150 horse. I want something at least 160 horse.
Gotcha.
So just so it's easier to fly in the afternoons. I'd really like 180 horse, which this engine I think has like 450 hours left on it. And then they're going to do the upgrade to the 180 in this, which will be great for flying around here.
Yeah.
It needs it. So I love this plane though. It's easy to fly.
Uh-huh.
I'm comfortable in it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, that's huge. I just can't wait till we can start going to golf courses in this thing.
okay,
How legit would that be?
fly to jackpot real quick.
Yeah.
Golf clubs. That's a quick flight too, man.
How far?
That'd be-
Like an hour? 2?
It's a little bit farther than what we just flew right now.
I gotcha.
So that would take to get to jackpot. I'd say less than an hour, probably 50 minutes.
Gotcha. We'd have to like rent clubs though. We couldn't pack our clubs.
Yeah, we could. We could throw them back here. It'd be
Dude.
fine. We'd want to leave early in the morning, and we really wouldn't want to. So this is something that we'd probably want to do in the fall because we got to really pay attention to density and altitude at that
Right.
point. So we don't really want to do it in the summertime in this plane. I'm trying to get signed off on the 210, the other plane they have. We could do it in that one.
Gotcha.
So it
Is
can
that-
handle. It's bigger. It's got a way bigger engine. It's a workhorse.
Gotcha.
It's also an extra $100 an hour, but I don't
Ooh.
care. You get there faster, so take that into account.
So on this, you're paying for fuel, the plane. That's it?
Yeah. So it's 155 an hour. That includes fuel.
Gosh.
I don't care.
Something you
Why
love,
work, man?
dude. Yeah.
What I live for right now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all I think about. Every now and then I think about girls, but usually it's airplanes.
I can see why you love doing this so much, man.
Yeah. A lot of freedom, right? And
Yeah.
it's like, so let's say I want to fly to my farm at this thing from Elko. If I drive there, it's 9.5 hour drive. Make a good timing. If I fly there, stopping for fuel, I'll get there in about 4 hours.
That makes
Well,
it nice.
Yeah. So the longer you go, the more, the better timing you get flying an airplane like. So
How many stops would you have to make as far
just
as
one.
just the one? You get fuel?
This thing, it feeds so heavy off the left tank instead of the right tank. And I hate touching this in the middle of flight. Or it's a valve up here. So it's feeding off both tanks right now. But this one doesn't feed very great. So I can feed off the right tank just by switching it to the right.
Oh, okay.
So just kind of control that. And honestly, it'd be fine. But
So what is this for?
I don't know. Oh, that's your maneuvers. All this riding. This is your mic. You can talk to. It's still plugged into the radio.
Huh.
So you have an intercom right here
Oh, okay.
if you really want to use that. So people usually use, like students, use the shitty headphones that are back there.
Yeah.
That's why if I take a passenger, I want them to have a good time.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, these
So-
bows, dude, they're
Yeah.
legit. They're super nice.
Exactly. So that's kind of. We're just gonna level off here a little bit.
On our way to Arturo. We're at a pretty good altitude here. Feet up a little bit. But yeah, headsets, man, they make or break you. I'll tell you that.
Right.
Especially when you have to talk, like in Twin Falls, you have to talk to a tower. Boise, you have to talk to several or have to talk to approach, tower, and departure.
Gotcha.
So you got to be able to hear what they're saying.
Yeah, for sure. And those guys talk fast too. You're like, holy cow.
Yeah, but if you do it enough and you listen enough, like you can hear Boise traffic online. I get on there sometimes and I'll just have it turned on in the
Just
background.
listen.
So I kind of know what to expect.
Right. That's smart.
Yeah. We're here. It's like you saw what we did. We can pretty much do whatever we want, just
Right.
announce it. I would have been a jerk if I just wouldn't have announced anything or, like he said he had to do a run up. If I would have known it was going to only take that long, I would have waited for it.
Right.
So.
That's it right there, isn't it?
That's north area. The lower here. You also want to make sure you don't redline this thing. But it does like high RPM. Like if we were flying around sea level, we'd always be flying at this RPM.
Gotcha.
But yeah, we're getting good cruise right now. We're at 113 knots, 125 miles per hour probably over the ground.
Yeah, it seems like a good little plane, man, for being what'd you say? What year is this? 70?
75.
75? Gosh.
It is. It's a good plane. Like I trust it. I've flown it a lot too. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make the run. Start at Arturo, go through north area, come out south area.
Nice.
Text Billy, tell him to get to work.
I should try.
Say, hey, look up. Tell him we're gonna be flying over in like 5 minutes.
Where you at, old Billy Currs? Billy Currs.
Send him a picture, say inbound 5 minutes, flying over.